الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على النبي المصطفى وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. To further emphasize the sanctity of this holy month, Rajab is derived from the Arabic word tarjib, meaning ta'zim, glorification and esteem. So the very name of the month indicates how extraordinarily honored, revered, and magnified it is. The eminent scholar Ibn Rajab said, Shahru Rajabin miftahu ashhuril khayri wal barakah. The month of Rajab is the key to the months of goodness and blessing. Because Rajab and the other three sacred months enjoy greater status with Allah in contrast to the 8 other months, acts of obedience during them are of tremendous virtue to the point that they can earn a greatly multiplied reward. Allah the Exalted tells us, مثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله كمثل حبة أنبتت 7 سنابل في كل سنبلة 100 حبة وَاللَّهُ يُضَاعِفُ لِمَن يَشَاءُ وَاللَّهُ وَاسِعٌ عَلِيمٌ. The example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like a seed which grows 7 spikes. In each spike is 100 grains. Allah multiplies His rewards for whom He wills, for Allah is vast and knowing. Just as a single deed from which springs forth hundreds of grains, Allah will cause the good deeds of His righteous servants to grow and multiply in a similar manner. Hence, we ought to take advantage of Allah's mercy in this special time which is characterized by its auspiciousness. Generally, even the least seemingly significant good deeds such as the mere intention to strive to do better can be multiplied manifold times. This being the case, then just ponder the greater deeds which are given a special and even greater reward from Allah in terms of special times and places and in terms of quantity and quality. Understandably, as these noble months are of such a high status with Allah, acts of disobedience during them are more serious and greater than sins at other times. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma said concerning the famous verse, Inna iddata shuhur inda Allahi 12 shahran fi kitabillahi yawma khalaqa as-samawati wal arda minha 4 hurum dhalika ad-dinul qayyim fala tazlimu fihinna anfusakum. Indeed, the number of months with Allah is 12 months in the register of Allah from the day He created the heavens and the earth. Of these, 4 are sacred. That is the correct religion, so do not wrong yourselves during them. Commenting on the verse, Ibn Abbas said, اختص الله 4 أشهر جعلهن هرما وعظم هرماتهن وَجَعَلَ الذَّنْبَ فِيهِنَّ أَعْظَمَ وَجَعَلَ الْعَمَلَ الصَّالِحَ وَالْأَجْرَ فِيهِنَّ أَعْظَمَ. Allah specified 4 from them, and made them sacred and venerated their sanctity and made sinning within them greater, and righteous actions and their rewards being greater. Ibn Kathir said in his tafsir, في هذه الأشهر المحرمة لأنه آكد وأبلغ في الإثم من غيرها كما أن المعاصي في البلد الحرام تضاعف لقوله تعالى ومن يرد فيه بإلحاد بظلم نذقه من عذاب أليم. Regarding these sacred months, they are more emphatic and are graver in sin than in other than them. Just as committing sins in the sacred land is multiplied manifold due to the saying of the Most High, and whoever intends a deed therein of deviation or wrongdoing, we shall cause him to taste a painful punishment. Malik also recorded that he heard Sa'id ibn al-Musayyab and Sulaiman ibn Yasar radiallahu anhum that they were asked, does one deal more harshly in taking the blood money in the sacred month? فَقَالَ لَا وَلَكِنْ يُزَادُ فِيهَا لِلْحُرْمَةِ. They said no, but it is increasing it because of violating the sacred month. While one group of scholars shares the position that the punishment for misdeeds and misconducts are doubled during the sacred months, other scholars on the flip side are of the opinion that the sins aren't exactly doubled, rather the transgressions are of more serious consequences. Let me, however, remind that as Muslims, we must try to avoid every kind of wrongdoing at all times, especially during these sacred months. And irrespective of whether the sins aren't multiplied but are only considered of more gravity and consequences, we must be extremely careful not to transgress any boundaries. Just as we exert maximum efforts in delivering acts of obedience, knowing that Allah promises to multiply goodness many times over. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إن الله كتب الحسنات والسيئات ثم بين ذلك فمن هم بحسنة فلم يعملها كتبها الله عنده حسنة كاملة وإن هم بها فعملها كتبها الله عز وجل عنده 10 حسنات إلى 700 ضعف إلى أضعاف كثيرة. Verily Allah has recorded good and bad deeds and He made them clear. Whoever intends to do a good deed but does not do it, then Allah will record it as a complete good deed. If he intends to do it and does so, then Allah Exalted will record it as 10 good deeds up to 700 times as much or even more. So even with such tremendous advantage for earning good deeds, we must still be cautious not to fall into sins that destroy our good deeds and prevent them from being multiplied. For indeed, the truly bankrupt Muslims are those who come on the day of judgment with some good deeds, only to see them destroyed by their many sins. Allahumma inna nas'aluka khayra hadha shahra wa khayra ma fih, wa na'udhu bika min shururi anfusina ومن سيئات أعمالنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم.